In this video, we'll talk about the change of base formula for logarithms. Now, if you haven't already, I definitely recommend checking out the videos on the common logarithm and the natural logarithm, as both of those are going to be essential for this concept. So, we've talked about common logarithms, we've talked about natural logarithms, and we've talked about how we can kind of use them to figure out for base e and base 10. But what do I do if, say, I have log base 7, or log base 12, or log base of 3? Well, it actually turns out we don't actually need more buttons for our calculator. We can utilize the two that we have to actually evaluate expressions such as log base b of a. And it turns out, and there's a lengthy proof out there, and if you're one of those who needs to go see it, I would highly suggest you go do so. Just look for proof of the change of base formula, and it'll walk you through it. We can rewrite this as natural log of a. Remember, a was up in our function, and we divide that by the natural log of b. And remember, b is the base. Now, it also turns out we can use the common logarithm as well. So if we just have log, remember that's log base 10 of a divided by log of b. And this is a very powerful formula if I'm trying to evaluate logarithms with bases that are not e or 10. So let's put this into practice. Say I wanted to figure out log base 2 of 7. Now, if we kind of recall from our old knowledge here, we could say this is equal to x, and we can rewrite this as 2 to the x is equal to 7. We could turn it to an exponential, but we hit kind of a brick wall because what do I do? What power of 2 is 7? I know that 2 cubed is 8 and 2 squared is 4, but what power? Is it 2.5? Is it 2.7? What would x be? And the truth is, with this approach, we don't know. So here's what we can do. We can rewrite this. We could say, okay, log base 2 of 7 is going to be equal to the natural log of 7 divided by the natural log of 2. Now this is something we can run to our calculator to find. Now just some words of advice here when you're punching it into a calculator. Make sure you close off your parentheses for the 7. Close that off and then start your division. Otherwise it's going to think you're trying to do natural log of 3/2. And another piece of advice, make sure if you decide to use natural log that you use natural log for both of these. If we do this, we roughly get 2.807. And it keeps going. It's not a nice number, but this would be roughly our power. And we could also do it this way where we use the common log. So we could have log base 10 of 7 divided by log base 10 of 2. Which should result in the same exact thing. So long as you're consistent. If you use log base 10 for the top, you got to use log base 10 for the bottom, and likewise with natural logarithm. Now this is a very powerful result. You use it all the time when you're trying to solve exponential equations, and for the purposes of this video, we're just going through the change of base formula and how to use it. But this is a very, very powerful tool in mathematics for solving exponential and logarithmic equations.